Mr. Seamhead here, talking about a movie this time. A baseball movie, of course, because we only talk baseball on Mr. Seamhead. Talk to you about the movie The Scout. Very disappointed. This movie years ago when I first saw it. When I was a kid, like, I think I was 14 years old. It came out in 94. Even then, I was disappointed with the movie. I revisited it, and it was as bad as I thought it was per the point of realism on it. I get it, it's a movie. You got like movies like Rookie of the Year where the kid breaks his arm, he's throwing 100 miles an hour. But at least he was just a relief pitcher and he threw it all over to different places of the plate. It still makes it more realistic than this guy. So we'll start with Albert Brooks plays Al Procolo, who's a scout. He finds a player named Tommy Lacey, who's played by Michael Rappaport. He swears that this kid is going to be the next greatest pitcher of all time. So the GM of the Yankees, who's played by Lane Smith, his name is Ron Wilson in the movie, believes what the scout says so much. He takes so much into the scout that they start the kid at Yankee Stadium without even having him in the minors or anything at all. So that would never happen, especially the scouts. So, sure, you're a scout. Let's get him through the minors first and see what how that happens there. So the kid, Tommy Lacey, throws up on the mound and runs off mound saying he's not going to play baseball, and he doesn't. So as punishment, Ron Wilson, the GM, he sends Al Procolo, the scout, to the middle of Mexico, where there's not supposed to be any good baseball players, according to the movie, as punishment to him for this. Instead of just firing him or whatever, why would you punish the guy? And why would you listen to him in the first place about, oh, this is the greatest pitcher ever, let's play him without the minor leagues or anything. Then, so he finds Steve Nebraska, who's played by Brendan Fraser. Steve Nebraska threw in, he clocked as high as 109. He's throwing 104, 105 most of the time. Okay, Aroldis Chapman throws, 104, 105 at times. So to think that's possible, sure, that's not the issue. He throws it in the same place, right down the middle of the plate, every single time. Even a guy like Chapman throws a slider, a split finger, a changeup. He throws a two-seam fastball, four-seam fastball, and he doesn't throw it right down the middle of the plate every time. I don't care what, you're in the major leagues. I don't care who you're facing. You keep throwing it right down the middle of the plate every single time. Doesn't matter how hard you're throwing. Eventually, they're going to get you. So Steve Nebraska ends up pitching for the Yankees. Makes his major league debut in Game 1 of the World Series, something that would also never happen. They're going up against the Cardinals. This movie was filmed in '94, as I mentioned earlier. So, Cardinals lineup should have been something like Ozzie Smith leading off, Ray Lankford batting second, Greg Jeffries batting third, Todd Seale batting fourth, Mark Whitten. Well, yeah, probably Mark Whitten batting fifth. They would have the DH then, so I would say Whitten probably DH, and they'd have Jordan in the outfield along with Langford and Bernard Gilkey. So, anyways, they would have probably Brian Jordan batting sixth, and then Geronimo Pena batting seventh, Todd Pagnazzi batting eighth, and Bernard Gilkey batting ninth. Now, these guys are major league players in the World Series. You're not going to keep throwing it right down the middle of the plate. Even in a regular season game, you're not going to just keep throwing it right down the middle of the plate and getting them out every time. And not only that, he did it on 81 pitches. And I'm sure most of us know 3 pitches, 27 outs, 81 pitches. So that's the absolute minimum. That would never happen, ever, with all strikeouts. 27 strikeouts, 81 pitches. I get that it's a movie, but come on, at least try to put some realism to it. It's like, maybe the guy could have thrown a slider or something too, and he could have moved the ball around the plate. But it was right from the get-go with the scout, persuading, convincing the GM of the Yankees that this kid that they've never seen play is ready to start for the Yankees at Yankee Stadium without even playing in the minors. So it starts off as a very silly movie. Anyways, that's my criticism on the movie The Scout. Really felt like that was something I wanted to cover, and for the most part, most of the movies we're going to cover are going to be a lot better than The Scout. I just would say better off to spend 5 minutes watching me here than waste your time with that movie. Well, Mr. Seamhead signing off, wishing everybody a great day.